Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another first listen review. This one's kind of a new one. It came out actually a couple weeks ago. It is the companion, if you pre-ordered Steven Wilson's The Harmony Codex, is called the Harmonic, just called Harmonic Distortion, not the Harmonic Distortion. But anyway, it's probably going to be available again at some point, I would imagine. At this point it's not, but there's quite a few people that did the pre-order of this and got it, and I imagine just like anything else, over time it'll come back out again. So that's kind of why I'm going over it. I didn't discuss it at all on the first review I did of the Harmony Codex, but I got done listening to this last night and again, and I thought, this actually has some pretty cool stuff on it. So if people are wondering if it's worth waiting for or getting, or if it's out there on the black market or whatever, if it's worth getting. So I figured I'd just go over it a little bit. It is different. It's a lot of the same songs, but it's a lot different. He's got several, throughout the whole thing, he's got these 1 minute things called the Codex theme. It's weird because it starts out with the Codex theme number 7, and then it jumps to 9, and then it does like 6, 4, 8, 3. It's kind of bounces all over the place. So who knows how many other ones there were out there. He redoes, some of the songs on here, and that were on the original album. And like Economies of Scale has got a different mix. It's got a different take on it, and that one stays really sparse. There's not a whole lot to that one. You can hear what he was trying to do with the song and the ideas he had. He does a lot of stuff on this album, and he always has, with just like soundscape type sounds. He just creates sounds, and you can hear what he was trying to do with that. And Inclination is very much like that. Inclination, of this version on here, called the Fault Line Remix, is very sparse. It doesn't have a whole lot of anything to it. It's not, I wouldn't even consider it a song. Actually, it's just a lot of the experimental sounds, maybe. And it isn't until you get to Impossible Tightrope that there's something really cohesive. And what I really liked about this was it's got a ton of bass. There's a lot of bass stuff going on, and it really focuses on that in this version. It's got some other singing, I guess you would call it. No real words. It's just got voice modifications and experimentation he does. But when I saw an interview when he was recording the last Porcupine album, when they got back, the Porcupine Tree album, when they got back together, he was talking about how he played bass, and he's not really a bass player. And you kind of hear that on the song. It's like him trying to. It's a cool bass part, don't get me wrong, but you can tell that it's like written by a guitar player, if that makes any sense. But it's cool nonetheless. I actually really enjoyed it, and it's actually, I think it's What Life Brings. There's a lot of bass in that mix too. That's track number 12 on here, and they're calling that the I guess 22 mix by Roland Orzabal, I guess is his name. But so those two songs have a lot of bass in it. The redo of Beautiful Scarecrow was kind of cool. It's a lot of these are just more sparse than what the album version actually was. There's less to them, so you kind of hear like what he started with. I guess it's kind of like the idea of this bonus thing here. And the one thing that was actually really cool on this was there's the song Time Running Out, which has Michael Ackerfeld singing on that one, and I thought that was pretty cool hearing somebody else actually sing one of these songs, because on this album he did like Steven sings a lot of falsetto type stuff, or he augments his voice with synthesizers and stuff to make it sound really falsetto. And Michael sings way different. He's got a much deeper, more baritone type voice. So hearing him sing one of these songs after you've heard the other one is actually kind of cool. And then it ends with like these two extremely long versions of the Harmony Codex and Staircase, which they're so long. You hear what he was trying to do. You hear the experimentation. It kind of like reminded me of when I got Pete Townshend's demos and stuff, and he had the like super long version of Bob O'Reilly, and just hear all the stuff he's trying to do with it, but you kind of like stop paying attention. It's like part of the way through it. It's just, you can hear what he's trying to do. It's probably not something I would go back and listen to those two tracks ever again. They were just really sparse and not really any structure of any kind to it. You just hear what he was trying to do and where he picked and chose parts to use for the actual final version. So anyway, it was kind of cool. It's like, you're kind of looking into the mind of the creator on this bonus disc, and I just thought, it was kind of cool to have, and I would just maybe, put this out there for people who didn't know what it was, maybe looking to get it, not knowing what it really is, when it finally becomes available again, which I'm sure won't be too long. But anyway, just thought I'd throw this one out there. As always, feel free to, leave your comments and tell me what you think about him, if you got this, what you think of it, and like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.